Hello, everyone. It's Christina, and I wanted to start off by first apologizing to my viewers that I really haven't been here the last couple of weeks. But the truth is, I've been so incredibly snowed over with, illness or just different kinds of things, going on. Sometimes when it rains, it pours. And believe me, I've been noticing what is going on in the news, okay? And there were a couple of things that really caught my eye that I wanted to go ahead and talk about today. And one of the things I wanted to start off with is the Las Vegas shootings that happened on October 1st. The first thing that I thought when I saw that was that it was a government job. And I could tell that there were two shooters at least. I actually, in my mind, the impressions I've gotten, my gut reaction is that it was an actual team, not one person, not two people, but a team of people. And there's just certain things that once you've been in the military, you just can't miss it. When I see another soldier, even if they don't want to admit that they were a soldier or a sergeant or whatever they were, I can still tell they're lying to me. I can still spot the government when I see it. And you can sit there and say, well, who are you? That's fine. Believe me, I understand, who am I, right? But that was kind of the point of me staying so low key all this time to get to this point. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that I've been through what I've been through and I know what I know. Okay. But this Las Vegas shooting, to me, its main goal is to disarm its citizens. It is to cause panic so that there's an outcry to just basically do something about these people that are gunning us down. That's the outcry that I believe, the reaction that they want. I mean, but to me, the lone gunman that killed himself is really overdone. It was so obvious to me that this was a huge government tactic to instill fear in the American public so that they have your permission to disarm innocent people, okay? And there's another person that had this tactic in the past, and his name was Hitler. He disarmed his people too. And the next thing they knew, there was no way for anybody to protect themselves. And we're talking millions of human beings were lost, okay? So I want you to think about that. I want you to really pay attention here in this case. Don't let emotion get the best of you with the Las Vegas shootings. Don't do that, okay? The government, the military has one candle they hold over your head and always have. Civilians run off of emotion. They run off of intelligence, okay? They are counting on the fact that you are going to become emotional. And when you become emotional, you're not thinking in logical capacity anymore. They are counting on that. They are counting on the driven fear that they're instilling with you. As far as the concert itself, the singer, the artist that was on stage, I just want to throw this out there, and I don't like talking bad about people, but mister, these were your fans that were getting gunned down. These people that have loved, supported, come out there from all kinds of different distances to see you, and you just run off stage. You just ran off stage. You didn't say one single word to your fans, to your audience, not run, not take cover. There's a gunman, something. No, you ran. You didn't say a word. And nobody You could tell there was like so few people in the beginning that even realized what was going on while this team of psychomaniacs is gunning down your people. Not one word. You just ran for cover. That's all you cared about was your life. Let the artist understand one thing. Your fans are your responsibility. You should protect them. Okay? Just, that was sick. That was so cowardly. All right? I just want to put that out there right now. If you have a group of people that care about you, even if it's 3, you are a rich person. But when you've got that many people, you've got a thing called responsibility. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the earthquakes that we're having today. But before we do, I'm going to touch on something that's been going around the news, and it's the low levels of the Mississippi River. All right. Now, I don't know all of the memories that I have from when I was on Project Tesla, but my field of expertise was in electromagnetics, frequency, tectonics, you know, because space and the earth interact with each other. Okay. I was, for some reason, I was given privy. I was linked into that kind of information. Okay. And when it comes to the Mississippi River, I need you as Americans and really the world to pay attention to this river, because it may be getting low now, but this is a huge warning that there's about to be a major quake. Okay. And what that's going to do is, as much water is missing right now, that you can promise, I can guarantee that it'll be double its bank size when this earthquake happens. It is very common for the river to lose billions of gallons of water, and that's basically what's happened prior to a quake, a major one. And what happens to be going on right now? Trump wholeheartedly going for that peace deal in Israel. I believe that if he doesn't stop, which I don't think he will, he's just got it in his head, he's got it in his heart, and he's a bull when he's going for something. So this isn't going to stop. So these natural phenomena that are going on in America, they want to blame whatever they want on it. I know that these are all warning signs as to what's really fixing to happen. That Mississippi River is going to flow backwards again. The problem is that when this water reappears, it's going to be acidic. There's a chain reaction that happens, okay, when seismic activity is going on in connection with the water. It removes the oxygen from the water, and an acid-like state happens, okay? That's one thing. Then the river flowing backwards, shooting sand up in the air like it did before, that is a concern. And so if I were anybody along the Mississippi River, back up, okay? These are huge signs that something major is about to happen, and I believe that it's connected with Israel. And next, I wanted to also talk about the earthquakes that we're having right now in America. Okay, I just happened to look up the earthquake map, and I found some really interesting things. One of the things I wanted to start talking about was a lot of these quakes that we're having are either A, affiliated with volcanoes, or B, affiliated with tectonic plate slips, okay? And what I've been noticing is a lot of seismic activity going on in the mid-Atlantic, where that main fault line is in between Africa, South America, and the United States. There's a fault line, plate. And we've been seeing or at least I've noticed, the loss of water when these little, well, they're not little, they're major quakes. They're major quakes, and then it seems like the water along Brazil and Uruguay, you know, and now Alabama I've seen has had that problem. There's a huge water displacement going on. All right. And with the thing with the earthquakes now is that we're really not having as many earthquakes as we are volcanic tremors. And that's because of the solar wind that's coming. And that's really what the solar wind affects, is magma, plate tectonics. Okay, so when you hear somebody saying, oh, a huge solar wind's going to come in, watch out for a quake, they're really not telling you, or maybe they just don't know, that we're not looking for an earthquake. We're looking for a volcanic eruption. Okay. And again, you've got to tell you that there is a difference between volcanic tremors and actual earthquakes. So when that solar wind is coming in, we're not really getting that many earthquakes. In fact, for the last month at least, I've seen basically 26 to like 40 maximum earthquakes a day, whereas this time last year we were having over 1,100. And you might think, oh, that's great, we're having less earthquakes. No, no, it's not okay, because that means that pressure is building. See, earthquakes are there to relieve pressure. The pressure is being relieved sort of through the volcanic activity that we're seeing, but that just goes to show you how much higher the level is of stress that the planet is under. And you're seeing the rips continue to open. You're seeing these different varieties of countries getting hit by these crazy floods, you know? The water displacement is happening. Something major is getting ready to happen to our planet. So, you know, somebody on the other side of the world might say, oh, that's really odd that the Mississippi River is going low. That's them, though. Mm-mm. People, humanity need to understand what affects one place, if it's bad enough, affects the entire world. You can't have that big of an event. I mean, the Mississippi is sucking up its own water. That's not okay. We're not just talking about gas price. I mean, you know, gas prices were to haul wheat and things like that. We're not talking just about economy. We're talking about the complete shutdown of our country for a minute. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the earthquake maps from today. And I wanted to just kind of go over with you what it is that, you know, is concerning me. The first map I wanted to show you was of the world map, okay? And what I find really interesting about this, now if you look in the lowest part of the map, you'll notice there's a couple of really big tremors in the middle of the ocean, right? And typically when I see that, something else is about to pop around the world, okay? A major earthquake, all right? And last year when I saw that dot, it was a little bit closer to South America last year in August, and that's when the Italy quakes started. And you'll see that around Greece we had one today, okay? But what you'll notice lately is that there's only like 30 quakes in one day every day. But the majority of these supposed quakes aren't really quakes, they're volcanic tremors or plate slips, okay? And just the sheer number, the low number of activity around the world lets me know that the solar wind is in high effect right now, just because of the sheer low number, okay? Now, when you get volcanic and seismic and plate activity, that's when you get displacement of large amounts of water. You can have water come up or you can have water leave, okay? And in Mississippi, that's what we're seeing. So when you go to the second map, you're going to notice that this is a map from today. Both of these are earthquakes from USGS from today. All right. And what it's showing us is that, again, Yellowstone is going nuts. Okay. And along the west coast of America, yesterday we were seeing California wake up and go crazy yesterday. And a serious quake yesterday happened around the New Madrid fault, which is, you know, tied into the loss of the Mississippi water. Okay, so that's why I'm trying to tell you that whatever is coming is about to be really big. Okay, we're getting the warning signs. There's always warning signs, but we as Americans, we're just so dumbed down that we see one article and we see a separate article and we see them as separate articles. We don't realize that it's all tied together and it's moving towards a finish line. All right, and that's just what I really wanted to cover today. I just want you to have a really great day. I just want you to be aware. I want you to share, and I want you to be informed, and I want you to be blessed. Okay? That's all. God bless you all. Have a great day.